Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Crimson Wrestling Federation. I am commentator Havoc, the voice of the Crimson Wrestling Federation. On your left is the Crimson Reaper. On your right is the Crimson Blaze. But it's very predictable. I'm pretty sure Cena's gonna win all these following months because the whole story is like, oh, I'm gonna retire the last real champion, and you have this many dates to stop me. That's basically the whole story. Like, I'm going to retire with the champion, with the championship. I'm going to be the last real champion, and you have 25 dates or whatever. So it's going to be like a last minute thing, and at the end, Cody's going to beat him. So that's why I think he's not winning this. I mean, Randy's not winning this match.
Sure, Cena will probably win, but by that logic, why doesn't John Cena just retire now? He controls when he retires. Yeah. If he wants to ruin the industry and he hates the fans, why doesn't he just retire today? Say, oh, I wrestled my last match. I don't even want to give it anybody. I'm not even going to give you the chance to take the title.
Actually, matter of fact, I thought that was the angle they were going with at WrestleMania. Like, I thought, now to their credit, they didn't directly say this, but I thought that was implied. Like,
they also didn't say The Rock would be there.
Yeah. But I thought his whole thing was, I'm retiring after WrestleMania. So I won't say that they, what's the word I'm looking for? I won't say that they retconned it because they never said it explicitly, but I thought that's what he was going for at first. Like, after I win this title at Mania, I'm gone. I didn't think it was like a whole year thing. Like, you have a year to beat me. If not, I'm gone.
It's such just like a comic book storyline. Like, the evil villain tells his plans, and then, can the good guy stop him before the timer goes off?
That's what it is.
It's literally like Triple H, bro. Triple H has fucking CTE, man. Like, there's no way somebody with a functioning brain sat down and wrote this and thinks it makes sense. You can't. It doesn't. Why doesn't he just retire now? Why didn't he just retire after WrestleMania? Why go through the motion of and he knows that he can't wrestle. That's the thing. He sold his soul because he sucks now. That's how they present this story. I know this.
Well, not anymore.
I know the story has been fucked a million different ways. But prior to that, they were telling the story that John Cena is washed. And so you could make the connection that he sold his soul to win the title because he sucks. So why would he want to continue wrestling then? Why wrestle 26 more times?
I guess, well, to be fair, he did say in the promo, he's not going to wrestle in all those appearances. So in all honesty, he's probably going to only wrestle like 5 or 6 more times. But if you want to, and I'm kind of doing the writing for them here, you could say that he's just trying to be petty and just kind of like rub it in before he's out. So maybe it's that type of thing, which I can sort of get behind that. Like, he could retire now, but maybe it's like, okay, just so I can be petty, I'm gonna let y'all I'll give y'all a chance to stop me, and I'm still just rub it in your face, and I'm just gonna be out of here.
That makes sense.
So maybe it's that type of thing. I don't know.
I hope that's not. I hope that on that show, Unreal, where they go in the writer's room, I hope that's not what they're cooking up. Because this company's in trouble. If that's what, then it is WCW, baby. Yeah. I haven't enjoyed anything about this heel turn. I kind of just wish they wouldn't have done it at this point. Since they destroyed kayfabe, and we know that behind the scenes, this was rushed to sell tickets at the Elimination Chamber. Well, again, that's another thing. If you're telling us why the heel turn happened.
To me, well, that was they both have a habit of this, but that was The Rock. That was actually his fault. That was his fault.
Well, it kind of takes steam out of the heel turn now. So, especially when he's not there and you're just kind of filling in the gaps yourself as a viewer of what's happening behind the scenes. This heel turn is not going to age very well. I kind of wish they would have just left him face and just have him do this as a face.
Yeah.
This would, and then Randy Orton could be heel because he's more of a natural heel. Cena's more of a natural face. Okay, like, I still wouldn't give a fuck about this match because we've seen it way too many times. But
as opposed to this, I think that's the only thing that kind of makes it more interesting is that the roles are switched. Now, I'm kind of a bit more positive on Cena's heel turn than some people are. Like, it's not the best that it can be, but I have enjoyed his promos. Like, I'll say this, I enjoy the heel turn more so just for him than how they're actually writing it. Like I've enjoyed his promos, like the shots he's taking at the fans. Like, oh, I've spent years raising your kids for you. Like, so I've enjoyed them. Like, I found them funny, but the actual booking of it itself has not been good. First of all, really just in general, The Rock being there, just not being there at all hurts it completely. You establish and I get from the start he wasn't trying to be a part of it. He was forced by TKO.
Wait. Okay. People act like he was forced by. He is on the board. He has every incentive to make sure that the product is.
Oh, that's my thing. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. Like, WWE is based because he makes money from so much other stuff. This is basically just like a side hustle to him. So he doesn't actually. So in a sense, he was forced because he had no interest in being a part of WrestleMania at all. So they called him up. He's like, "Oh, please do this for us, Rock, please." So he gave him like this one appearance. So
that's all he can do. Show up one time to a company.
But if you're gonna
on the board of.
But yeah, if you're gonna start this whole story, if you're basically gonna set in motion this entire story, this heel turn is essentially based around you. So you're just gonna show up one time and then just disappear, because the whole heel turn is based around him.
So let's see, you hit the point here. Like, this is a side hustle to The Rock. This is a side hustle to John Cena. This is a side hustle to Roman Reigns. This is a lot of people. This is a side hustle to Logan Paul. Two of the people that are in World Heavyweight Championship matches at this pay-per-view don't even do this full time. It's a side hustle. I'd release Logan Paul. If you can't commit to doing this full time, to building this WWE brand, then get the fuck out. Because it doesn't help the product to have people that aren't fully invested in the product come in and take up spots from people that are there full time. It doesn't help WWE. I don't want to watch WWE if Logan Paul becomes the champion and he's never there. What good is that? What's the point? He's not there.
Yeah. What's
the point? Just because he has the title behind the scenes, which means nothing. It just means that you don't have a champion on TV. So you're not putting people over on TV. You're putting over a guy that's never there. That makes no sense.
And actually, another thing that annoys me about this part-time stuff. So the thing that annoys me too is that you mean to tell me they still don't have time to cut via satellite promos, recorded promos, social media. That's what The Rock was doing last year. He wasn't there every single week, but when he wasn't there, he was still cutting, recorded promos on social media via satellite. You mean to tell me Cena can't do that? Or for this whole WrestleMania build, he couldn't do that. Matter of fact, The Rock couldn't do that if he couldn't be there. And obviously there's more behind the scenes. He probably was trying to sabotage stuff, and there's a power struggle. But he literally could have, if he couldn't be there, which he probably could have been there, he could have at least done a via satellite promo oh, this is why Cena sold out to me. He doesn't even have to be there. He can take 5 minutes out of his day to do that.
They could get an AI Rock. The Rock can't be asked to do it, so fuck it. Let's just get AI Rock to cut a promo. Do something to make it so it's not obviously AI. Do something. They have all the time in the world for ads and bullshit. Why can't you put over the people that you say are your biggest stars that are never there? Why can't
I just find it, and I know they're busy, I just find it hard to believe The Rock and Cena, they have time. They can take 5 minutes out of a day to do a quick promo. You mean to tell me while he's even if they're on the set, they have time to do that.
See, The Rock's. I'm so sick of The Rock, hearing about The Rock's fucking schedule, because everybody acts oh, he's so busy, he has that. Well, fuck him. Then don't commit to doing all this shit. Then if you don't have the time. If you don't have the time to do it, then don't do it.
To be fair, he literally didn't. They called him up this time. He literally didn't want to.
Then The Rock's a grown man. The Rock can say no, man. I don't want to be involved in this bullshit WrestleMania. The Rock should be it's not my fault that you booked this fucked up. You booked this stupid.
But that's probably a part of it.
I'm not gonna bail you out.
He wanted to be a part of it some way, and then just kind of sabotage things.
No, see what happened is The Rock was a part of it, and then he saw the backlash. He saw the build up to WrestleMania was bullshit. People were upset by it, and he didn't want to be a part of that.
No, I think from the very start he didn't want to be there at all, because you can see it in the promos. Like, he literally was abandoning the Cody story, the Roman story. So from the beginning, he wanted nothing to do with this show.
See, but The Rock did show up for the Netflix debut to put over.
Just besides that, like,
to put over Netflix executives.
That was him basically, like, in a sense, that was basically him opting out of WrestleMania. Like, he turned off the Rock character.
Okay, yeah.
The final boss character. So, like, that basically was his way of saying, I'm not doing anything this year.
That was very true. And that's when people were like, okay, well then go away then. Like, because people were pissed off about that, because he was feuding with Cody, then he wasn't feuding with him. And so people were like, okay, well then just stop showing up. They're like, if you don't want to be a part of the product, don't be a part of the product. But then he became a part of the product. Like, if you're saying you got peer pressured to show up at Elimination Chamber, I don't know what to tell you, Rock. Like, you're a grown man. You can say, no, I don't want to do Elimination Chamber. But if you do that, you know that people then expect you to be at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Like, The Rock's not dumb. So the sabotage angle, I can see that may have been.
So maybe that's what it was. Like, he's like, I'm just gonna show up for this one show, and I'm just gonna let everybody see how trash of a booker Triple H is. Like, maybe that was the whole plan. I'm gonna set up this whole angle, and I'm gonna set up this whole angle, and I'm gonna let everybody see, like, Triple H just F it up.
We saw it.
For more of the Crimson Brothers, follow the Crimson Wrestling Federation today. I'm commentator Havoc, the voice of the Crimson Wrestling Federation. And you can see the calls I've made in the Crimson Wrestling Federation, in the comic Crimson Wrestling Game, Story of Malice, in the description below.